Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to the Two Drink Max podcast. We are excited. We're in office today together talking about something that we're both really passionate about. We're going to be talking about Marvel and everything Marvel,
It's
right?
embarrassingly something I'm passionate about, but I love it. Yeah.
So the biggest thing that obviously is happening right now is that Deadpool Wolverine has just come out after such a long anticipated arrival. And both of us have already gone out and seen it. And hopefully those who are watching, there might be accidentally some spoilers. So we're giving you heads up.
Spoiler alerts in 3, 2, 1.
If you're still here, then that means you're okay with it. So, all right, we want to kind of, let's just take a step back though, right? Because there's a lot of awesome news about what's coming, right? With Comic-Con, they made some pretty big announcements, and that's been all over TikTok and social media. But I want to talk about just kind of a little bit the history and where we're at right now in the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Yeah.
Obviously, when it got really kicked off, because we got the OGs, we got the Blade, right? Blade is probably what kicked it all off, right? That's
in
Deadpool
Wolverine?
You're saying
no,
I'm
general?
talking about in general.
The
right?
MCU?
Or
Marvel?
Marvel superheroes being on the big screen.
No, let's think about it. Was Blade before Spider-Man 1?
Yes.
It was?
Yes. Blade is like in the early 90s.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, dude. I think the OG Blade is probably like in like 96, maybe?
98. You're
98.
right. Whoa.
98.
Was that the first? No, because they had some cheesy Captain Americas before. They've had some.
But what I mean is like the standard of like the cool Marvel movie.
Yeah.
The kind that nerds are going to want to watch, right?
Dang, is that really what it is?
Yeah, dude.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, so check this out. So I'm going to give that credibility because, again, spoiler, he came out of Deadpool Wolverine, right? So he's still in continuity with the MCU right now.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. I see what you mean.
Yeah.
There's some corny stuff from before, but they didn't make the MCU cut.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. I think it was like he established the cool hero genre for us to be like, dude, this is a good movie.
The
right?
cool trilogy genre.
Yeah. And because they did. They went on to make 2 more movies afterwards.
Right.
And I think that with that trajectory being set, there was, now that when Tony Stark came out, when the first Iron Man came out, that just went to a whole nother level because it was done in a way that's also, it was like PG-13, so kids can watch it.
Yeah.
Right? Blade is bloody. It's vampire hunter,
vampires,
so it's like, it was hard for like younger people to watch, but when Iron Man came out, that was just something that resonated with so many people.
Yeah.
And Tony Stark, Robert Downey Jr. did an amazing job personifying him.
Yeah, of course.
That like
he was meant for that character.
he was born for that.
Because the dude is in the comics, he's supposed to be like an alcoholic and has a lot of demons and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So is Robert Downey Jr. had his past, and so that was perfect casting. I mean, in the first movie, man. I mean, just the
scoot up, but just a tiny.
Oh yeah,
a tiny.
So just even that scene, that first scene where he just lands or like the walks away, boom, like that kind of stuff that was great.
It was legit.
That was a great movie.
Legit. And everybody, here's when people ask like, who's your favorite superhero? Whether it be in the DC side or the Marvel side. On the Marvel side, the reason Iron Man is like my go-to is because he doesn't have any superpowers.
Yeah, he's just like the Batman. That's why people like Batman.
Yeah, he's just a genius human who decided he wants to use his money for good and do something to change the world and protect everyone. So it's one of those things that I think it's easier to resonate with that. It's easier to be relatable to that because you're like, well, he's human, I'm human, right? And we all want to be heroes, right? All dudes especially, like we want to be heroes, right? So that's just the way it is. MCU kicked it off with Iron Man, and it just banger after banger after banger. Like they could do no wrong for the first. Well, okay,
the first
phase 1. Yeah. Where did they go wrong? I don't.
Number 2 was a little weird. Iron Man 2 was a little weird.
Okay, it was a little weird, but I still liked how much Rhodey was in it. I still liked how much we got to see.
How they changed Rhodey all of a sudden. Like what's his name? What's an aunt from Fresh Prince? Like we were gonna.
He added no.
Well, the joke was like you like something about like you look different today. It was a quick line. Obviously he's like
it's clever.
Yeah,
it's clever, but they spoke to it and. So yeah, Iron Man. But here's the thing: I've watched Iron Man 2 several times. Like I still enjoy it.
My board. I want my board. Yeah,
my bird. Hey Matt, I want my bird.
I love what's his name.
Mickey Rourke.
Mickey Rourke. Yeah, I love him. I mean, he's old school,
dude.
If you're if you're millennial / Gen X or whatever, Mickey Rourke was Mickey Rourke.
He's a legit actor.
Right.
He's a legit actor. So. But outside of that, okay, so there was maybe a slight hiccup. I think Iron Man 3 was still great and very enjoyable to watch.
It was not.
I still enjoy it. Look, is it stupid the way they did the Mandarin? Yes. Yeah. But, I mean, it was still, like, Killian was still a very formidable opponent.
Yeah.
You know, with his superpower that he had. So I still
But it was just corny how he came up. I mean, that's just me, though. This is all opinion-based.
Absolutely. But I think also maybe the fact that just how much I love Iron Man is fogging my vision a little bit.
That's fair.
You know?
That's fair. Well, they also had, remember the Edward Norton Hulk?
Yeah.
That was during Phase 1?
Yeah.
And
I enjoyed it.
I liked it. Or that was with Eric Bana. No, that was, I'm sorry.
Eric Bana was the first.
Eric Bana is the previous Fox one, I think. Yeah. Was it still Fox? And then this was so this one's Edward Norton. And he should have said yes to this. I don't know why he didn't say, this dude. What's his name?
He missed out, bro.
Oh my goodness, man! Who's the guy playing him right now?
That's Mark Ruffalo.
Mark Ruffalo is just cashing in right now. I mean, who would have thought he would have been in like 7 movies and weird versions of Hulks, right? Like the half human, half.
Yeah.
But anyways, so there was and then Thor came out, and then you had the Avengers. You know, that was Phase 1 essentially. Yeah. Right? And then Captain America, First Avenger.
Yep.
So that was cool. Good intro, right? Something new.
Solid. And getting to introduce us to all the Avengers that'd be coming through. Obviously, there'd be a few more that come through in Phase 2, but they had banger after banger. Like the MCU universe was making a lot of money.
Right.
A lot of ticket sales.
Right.
So Phase 2 kicks off, and again, they're doing the same thing, but there's probably a couple hiccups there too, movie wise.
Absolutely.
What do you think in Phase
Dark
2?
World?
The Thor: The Dark World. Yeah,
you know,
I don't think I've seen that more than twice. So yeah, you might be right there.
Dark World, but Age of Ultron, I thought was whatever. But I rewatched Age of Ultron and I understood like Ultron's motives more
for sure.
Because I just thought it was like robot, dude. Like, oh, it's just going crazy. It's just like, but he's self-actualizing.
Yeah, exactly.
So, that was cool. Not my favorite Avengers movie.
Definitely not my favorite. No,
of course not.
No, I still think 1 was better than 2. I think the first one was better than the second one.
I'll agree with that.
Yeah, and then obviously, but once you start getting into Infinity War and Endgame, that's like.
And I never liked Ant-Man.
Yeah,
I never liked any of them really.
Ant-Man by himself. Ant-Man is great in the Avengers. You're right. Ant-Man by himself, not as entertaining.
He's not even great in the Avengers. He's just fun comic relief.
But that's good. That's what that helps to make the movie more fun. Is that you have like that comic relief, right?
But here's the banger. Here's the best one out of all of them.
Wait, give us the rundown. Phase 2. What are the Phase 2 movies?
So it's Iron Man 3, Thor: Dark World, Guardians of the Galaxy was a banger.
Oh yeah.
Absolute 9 out of 10 banger.
And you know what I love about the Guardians, dude? They started bringing 80s music and like stuff like that into the realm of our youngins, so that they can hear what kind of bangers they were. Like,
come and get your love.
My kid knows so much music. Like it's just it's awesome for being 10 years old.
Right.
He's really well versed in the different genres and the different decades.
You know, and Deadpool and Wolverine did a lot of that too.
Yeah.
But my favorite one was Captain America: Winter Soldier.
It was dope. That was dope because Black Panther came in right there too. That was so fun to watch.
The Civil War. Winter Soldier was the I'm sorry. I am tripping.
He did come in.
Winter Soldier was okay. I'm sorry. I am tripping out.
Yeah.
I am tripping out.
Yeah. That's where they kill his dad.
Hold up. Is that really where? Civil War. Okay. What was?
No, wait. You're right. Civil
intro.
War.
No, because Spider-Man's intro was Civil War.
Yeah.
He where did he come out at first?
Because the premises of the Winter Soldier is that he was trying to get Bucky to remember who he was, wasn't it? Like he now knew that Bucky's alive.
Yeah.
And they're trying to hunt him down and basically getting him to remember.
Yeah. You guys in the chat figure that out, but or not chat comment section figure that out. But yeah, anyways, that I think that was a banger. I mean, the whole Bucky situation, that was awesome.
Yeah,
until they sort of messed him up, in my opinion. But that was phase 2. Phase 2 solidified the MCU, in my opinion, as a mainstay, right? Because before that, phase 1 was just introducing whatever. They're like, okay, now we can make some money off of this, and then we're gonna go into blockbuster mode, and then that was phase 2, essentially, right? So not a bad phase at all. Phase 3 is sort of the peak of, in my opinion, the peak of Marvel MCU, right? Like, right? Yeah. It was, you had, where are we going? Civil War. Civil War was like one of my favorite. Baron Zemo is one of my favorite villains of all time because he had a real reason.
Yeah,
a very justified.
It felt
reason.
Justified, exactly.
Absolute justified reason. He wasn't over the top. Daniel Struhl or whatever his name is a great actor. I mean, I just that guy.
Yeah. He was dope.
He was really dope. He didn't even have to wear his mask, Zemo mask. He wore that in Captain Falcon or was it Captain America and Falcon?
And Falcon.
Yeah.
So Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
No, the TV show, the Phase 4.
Yeah. Okay, I know what you're talking about though.
But finally, he wore that mask when because he was back in.
Yep.
Which was one of my favorite scenes. He was at a club dancing.
Yeah.
So anyways, so that was, I mean, that was awesome. We had Doctor Strange.
I think that it was cool his introduction. That it's good that we had him, but it is
too much multiverse.
Yeah,
too much multiverse, man. Like it was just. He's not my favorite either, but he is a mainstay, obviously.
Yep.
Guardians of the Galaxy 2, I liked it. Ego, right? Ego was in it, right? His dad
found out that Pete was
son
part
of
God.
Yeah,
he was half
part
human,
celestial or whatever.
Yeah.
And Spider-Man: Homecoming was cool.
I loved it.
Yeah,
I thought it was more than cool. I loved it.
Yeah. More than the first one. Is that the first one?
Well, he was first introduced in Civil War.
So that was the first one. First one, I did love it.
Yeah. But I love the first movie of his own.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's Homecoming with Iron Man.
Here's why too. It wasn't an origin story.
It was not.
I get so tired of origin stories at this point. Like
I got bit.
Yeah. Don't remake Superman. Yeah. Because they're about to do that. Right. It's like don't give me another origin story. Like I'm so tired.
Yeah.
Like okay, we know the origin story.
We need year 2.
Yeah,
we need year 2.
Give us some plot that we can just like new story stuff that we can go with. You know.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's what I loved about this new Spider-Man. Is that we didn't have to relive that again. And oh my god, we already did it with Toby. We already did it with Garfield. Like, let's move on.
And they MCU'd Spider-Man, and it's so different from like the Fox, where like it was coming out of his actual hand. He needed a
Toby came out of his skin
naturally,
but Garfield had still a thing,
and then Homeboy still had a thing too. Tom Holland, but I mean, Tom Holland is he the best Spider-Man? I
think so. Personally,
I personally think so too, because that's exactly how Stan Lee visioned Spider-Man, like a kid, like light voice. I mean, Tobey Maguire had the light voice, but
you could already tell he wasn't kid looking as much when
absolutely.
Even though they were trying to portray him as a teenager in the first one, he still didn't look young enough.
But he still killed it.
He did.
That scene with the two the two trains, that was great.
And when he came back, so and again, I think part 3 of the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man's was a little cornier for me, but I did love seeing him come back.
You're talking about the when he's dancing and stuff?
when he got taken over by the
Venoms.
But I did love seeing both Garfield and him come back. In the last Spider-Man, No Way Home.
Spider-Man meme.
Yeah, it was awesome. That was so fun.
That was awesome. I mean, they had Thor Ragnarok, which I loved.
I love that they got that Thor switched up his who he was
instead of like this. Like it was very James Gunny and funny
because he is such Chris Hemsworth is such a natural comedian.
Yeah,
his comedic timing is dope. He's just
and that's where his comedy came out first. Like in my opinion, I think that's where that whole thing started
for sure.
And it was a good movie. Like it was hella, and you know what I mean. It was actual
him and Hulk, how they got together, like when they were on planet. You know, it was just fun to watch them fight each other, and then try to become friends, and like it was just the whole thing was great. It was so fun to watch because it was fun to get to see Hulk like that too. Yeah, that was I think also
in like gladiator mode.
Yeah, gladiator mode, but also like he's being spoiled because he's so good as a fighter that he gets all like this nice big ass room.
But here's the thing, I think after that movie they really like messed Hulk up for me.
Yeah,
and I don't like this new Hulk, the half Hulk.
Oh no! I
don't like that. I like. I thought how big is? I thought Hulk was supposed to be huge.
Yeah,
this dude's just sitting on a diner, like, and he's
big. He's big for sure, but he's not as big as.
I mean, I want to see some gamma ray claps. I want to see some crazy move. There's some moves that they've never shown like that, like in the MCU. Like I think they did for Eric Bana's one.
Yeah,
but I want to see like Hulk jumping from place to place, just being crazy. Like I want to see angry Hulk, not educating Hulk and like mentor Hulk. Like She-Hulk was terrible. So he was just like the mentor.
My God. We're not there yet though.
Okay.
We're not there yet.
All right, fair. I'm just saying.
Still phase 3.
So phase 3, Black Panther, big deal, right?
Absolutely.
I mean,
and it was a great freaking movie.
Banger soundtrack too.
Yeah,
in my opinion.
And Killmonger was awesome.
Killmonger was great.
Oh, dude.
At first, it took me a little bit to work up to him a little bit because I mean, like I didn't really know Ryan Coogler's directing style.
Okay.
So I thought it was just gonna be too, but he didn't do too much. Like it wasn't like it was still a dude from Oakland that worked for like special forces or whatever. But so they weren't doing too much, like, but then they weren't doing too little. So I think it was a good balance of like the culture.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Black Panther was slapped. I mean, that was a great movie.
Yeah.
And then you had Infinity War. And so that's what I'm saying. Phase 3 is it was I think the golden era of MCU.
The thing is where I almost feel like sometimes I wish it stopped there.
Yeah. But no.
I would miss it so much. Like I need this in my life. I need these comics. I need to have this stuff going on. Like it's just I would be so sad. So I am still glad that they're making a comeback, but freaking A, dude. When they started going to TV shows, right? I remember when WandaVision first came out, and I was just thinking to myself, what in the hell is going on right now?
Yeah. The black and white stuff sort of like the I Love Lucy stuff sort of threw me off in the beginning. And I actually liked WandaVision.
It started getting, it got good. It got good at the end. And so it was just like, fortunately, and again, I think you have to
that's the next phase. That's phase 4.
What the phase 3 was, I think you just said it ended with the Avengers. Or did you want to talk more about the 2 Avenger movies?
No, because wasn't there, Infinity War, and then there's Endgame. So Endgame wasn't part of phase 3, was it? It was phase 4, I believe.
I thought it finished phase 3.
Let me
check.
That
was the end of
but anyways, phase 3 was Ant-Man and the Wasp, and then Captain Marvel, which Captain Marvel was whatever. How you find out how Nick Fury got his scars? Like he got scratched by a cat?
How he went blind.
Bro.
Yeah, how he lost that vision in his eye.
That's funny. So here we go. No, dude, you're right. So, okay, I'm reading the wrong thing. Endgame. Yes. Endgame was part of Infinity War / Endgame.
Okay.
Yeah, you're right.
So, I mean, and again, dude, so hard to see Tony go. So hard to see Cap go.
Yeah. They did it really well, though, both of them.
Yeah.
You know, the heart, like, proof that Tony Stark has a heart from the first movie. And then
Dude,
you cried a little bit?
Come on. If you didn't cry, dude. If you didn't cry, you're not a man, dude.
I mean, you know.
Dude, that was so hard to see. But it was such a great way to do it.
Yeah.
Such a great way to do it. And the whole writing of that whole episode, of the whole last 2 movies was phenomenal.
Yeah. And you know what? There's a lot of, like, Captain America, him coming back older, like, talking about, like, you know, we'll get into the TVA.
How he lived his life.
But I'm talking, like, we'll get into the TVA in a little bit here. But how was he not playing around with the timeline?
I know.
I'll get into that.
Because he had it, right? He had the...
Well, yeah, but he did the right thing. He put the stones back where they're supposed to go to. And that was actually part of the plan.
That was. Yeah. And he does the right thing.
So he didn't, like, mess up the TVA timeline.
Yeah.
Or anything like that. It was... Anyways, moving on to phase 4. We have Black Widow. Terrible. I didn't like it. I wanted to like it because I like Florence Pugh.
Yeah.
I like her.
Yeah. I thought it was entertaining.
No.
I'm great. Here's how I grade everything by how many times I watch it, because regardless of, even when it sucks, I give it another chance. So that's when I know I really didn't like it, is if I could only see it twice. And that's like that. The Black Widow I saw probably 4 times. So
dude, it was like a combination of Stranger Things and because the guy was in it, and he was basically the Russian version of
the Russian Captain America. Yeah.
Well, but the Russian version of the guy from Stranger Things. Like, he's like, I'm just gonna, we're all family, I'll protect you. I'm like the father figure.
Yeah.
Right, but they're So I was like,
except he has super soldier serum.
Right, and mind you though, the reason why this was so this phase 4 was so torturous for me is because it was still during the pandemic.
Yeah.
And you had to watch this, and like
you had nothing else
to do. And then so let's go. So after that was
wait, but let me ask you a question. So what is your feeling though about how they started bringing out series instead of movies?
I didn't care.
You didn't care?
Yeah, I actually, the longer the better, but just throw it all at once. I don't want to wait like every week.
See, I guess I'm just more of a when it comes to the comic book, I want the movie. Like, yeah. I'd rather have it in movie form over a series, because it's like when you're like in that mood and you're like, well, I want to go watch Endgame. Yeah. Like, you can go watch Endgame. Done, yeah. How the hell are you gonna do that with any of the series? Like, he's like, oh, I want to go see that one specific episode. Like,
yeah, but here's the thing about the series though: it's like something to look forward to every week. But
it helped us through the pandemic. That's
well, that not only that, but it like really gives. If it gave like more breadth to the character,
yeah,
like more like backstories or whatever, I'm fine with. But the problem with series is too many filler episodes.
Yeah,
which like let's go into
you just gave me another reason why I liked it more in movie form.
Fair. I mean, like what's so She-Hulk, like Loki. The reason why I say I love Loki. I was looking forward to Loki every day or every week.
But I feel like they didn't really have or need filler episodes because they have to unpack so much.
Yeah,
that they didn't have time for filler.
And not even know that Loki was going to go that direction with the TVA and all that stuff when he disappeared randomly during what was that?
That was Avengers Civil 1. War? Avengers 1 is where no. I'm sorry. It was Avengers Endgame when they were going and doing everything.
America's ass.
They went back to Avengers 1, and that's when he was able to get that.
Yeah. So I did not see that coming about. Like and then the ending.
Yeah.
The ending is crazy.
Yeah.
How he's just like an eternal time. So what I'm trying to think is like, where was he during Deadpool and Wolverine?
Dude, great question.
Where was he? Because if they're controlling, so that's sort of the continuity. I'm a little bit.
Well, the other continuity mess we're in now too is that Kang was such a big part of.
And then Jonathan Majors got canned.
Yeah.
So you know what? They could have had who was going to replace him?
I didn't know
somebody
they even had
really good. It was somebody really legit. Like, it wasn't Denzel. It was the guy. So it was the guy, Gus Fringe. What's his name?
Gus
Giancarlo Esposito, the guy that plays.
Okay.
What's his name? In
Stan from the Boys.
Stan Edgar from The Boys, and then the bad guy at The Mandalorian that tried to capture Baby Yoda.
I love him as an actor, but
I could see him as Kang.
Dude, just Kang, like what Jonathan Majors brought to Kang is like his physical appearance was like dominating.
I wasn't a fan of Kang,
but I liked him in Loki's series, and then I think when they unpacked it more in the last Ant-Man, that's where just like I didn't like seeing that part where
Quantumania,
where he was stuck in there with her and all that. Like, I'm just like, you took away from like the gravitas of how powerful and fearful you should be of this man, right?
Well, in the comics, he's supposed to be, that guy, right? He's like on Galactus's level. Yeah. He's on like, I mean, now man, how am I forgetting this name? Bad guy in Endgame, Thanos. Yeah. Now Thanos sort of looks sort of weak because now when you watch Loki, those time stones don't even mean anything,
right?
So, or those Infinity Stones. But anyways, after Black Widow, it was Shang-Chi.
I love that movie.
I didn't love it.
I loved that movie.
I didn't love it.
That's one that I've seen many times.
This is a movie I should love. Not for the reasons you think. This is a movie I should love. I love Awkwafina. I love Simu Liu. It's like a.
What is it that you don't like about the movie?
It was it was just corny. It was like Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. Like
what? Maybe portions of it, but dude, I mean, but he's supposed to. He has powers. That's what the rings are doing. Like that's the point. Like,
but where was he back again? We never saw him again.
That's the most fricked up part of it all. Like, I feel like he should have been back already.
I thought it was because it wasn't that like that one buzz scene was dope.
I know. I love his fighting style.
Dude, it's such an Asian story. Father, I have disappointed you, but I'm back to avenge.
I don't know. Maybe
I didn't like that. You know what I mean?
Maybe I've always grown up loving kung fu movies and watching so many of them. I don't know. Maybe that's why my heart's there. But
yeah,
I dug it, dude. I loved it.
I mean, I love Awkwafina, but they wrote her really wrong. Like just the annoying sidekick.
Yeah, because she really didn't like bring
anything.
All of a sudden, she became an expert marksman after training for a couple days.
You get what I'm saying?
I mean, but still, it doesn't take away from Shang-Chi. Like he was like,
hey, you know what? One step forward for Asians. I'm fine with that part, but not again. This isn't, you know. You know where I stand on people that aren't supposed to be qualified to do things that are doing things.
I'm looking forward to seeing him again, and
I want to see a Shang-Chi 2, and I want to see. Because again, it was the Mandarin again.
Yeah,
but it was a real Mandarin this time. But he's like a mafia boss or whatever. Like,
but he was wielding the power of the rings, and he was kicking the shit out of everybody.
And they weren't even rings or bracelets.
Right?
You know, it's really crazy, right? The Mandarin, you would think like the dude pulling up with the rings and all that. You know, but I think Thanos messed it up for them, so they put it as bracelets.
Yeah,
it is what it is.
Yeah.
Anyways, not a fan. Eternals, one of the worst movies of all time.
God, like that's where just like.
What happened to the dude? What happened to that celestial that's just stuck in the middle of the earth? Everybody just staring at it every day. Like, what is that?
Dude, that was such a stupid move. And then here's the worst part again, is that what caught me off guard, because I think I took my kid to see it, is like they had this like out of nowhere this sexual scene. And I'm just like, what the hell, dude? Like this is
just randomly, right?
I had to cover my kid's eyes.
Was it the Asian chick and the main dude, right?
The bad guy. Yeah.
Oh, the bad guy that was good at first. Yeah. Anyways, terrible movie.
Forgettable, for sure. Forgettable.
Absolutely, and you should, because they never like referenced it ever again. God. Spider-Man. Which one was that? What's the second?
So Spider-Man. It starts.
Or no, my bad. It was the last one.
There's Homecoming. Far From Home,
and then
No Way Home is the last one.
Okay, so I think No Way Home was Phase 4, was it, or Phase 5? It just says Spider-Man here.
I think he's still wait, they kicked off Phase 5?
Spider-Man 2.
I thought we were still in Phase 4. I thought we were still wrapping Phase 4.
Well, it just says Spider-Man here. So anyways, I guess that's maybe Homecoming. I don't know. They also had Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. So if that's the case,
that was a dark ass movie.
That was before that was before. Was that before No Way Home then, right? Because he had to fight through the multiverse. Or not?
It was not. No,
it was after?
It was after. It was after No Way Home.
Okay. So, I see. Okay, so then this Spider-Man is No Way Home. That came out December 17th, 2021. Does that sound?
That doesn't sound right.
It sounds too far.
That sounds like it's Far From Home. The one that had Jake Gyllenhaal where he's whatever his name is.
Jake as Mysterio.
Mysterio, the fake Mysterio.
Yeah.
They use holograms.
When did it it was July 2nd of 2019. So I think that's what it was.
Yeah. And then what's after that one?
Multiverse of Madness, Thor Love and Thunder.
Wait, but what did you think about the Multiverse of Madness?
I thought it was too much.
It was really dark for me.
It was dark because it's a zombie movie. At the end,
you had the Scarlet Witch killing everybody and like ultra powerful. And really, in that movie, it just kind of showed like she really seemed like she was the most unstoppable character ever.
Well, she's in the comic book. She's Magneto's daughter, and she's a villain. Yeah. But then she's been a good person this whole time.
Right.
I liked the transition.
Right.
I liked how they did the WandaVision. How much she's like getting PTSD, suffering from losing vision.
Yeah.
So I do like that part, but then
humanizing her.
But then she's supposed to be a villain along with Quicksilver, but Quicksilver died.
So in the end, though, alludes to her dying in that movie.
Yeah, but the thing is crumble, but you don't see her die, right?
Exactly, and I think they're gonna bring her back for something.
Of course.
Yeah.
So until really at this point, I mean, we'll get through phase 4, but phase 5 is just like a money grab right now, just to see what's working and just poking and see what's working.
So okay, well
let's finish phase 4. So Black Panther 2, I liked it. It would have been great if Chadwick was there.
I thought it was okay.
I thought it was okay, right?
I didn't see it more than once.
See it again. I mean, just for the visuals.
Okay.
Just for the visuals, see it again.
I do it because it's Marvel.
Yeah.
But I just did. I don't know what it was.
I get what you mean. No, I know what. Like it's Shuri should not be black. Like it should have been like. And then all of a sudden, here's a kid.
Yeah.
Come on, bro. All right, let's move on. At the end.
Yeah.
It's like okay, all right, dude. Captain Marvel. I felt that movie was rushed, right? But Captain Marvel 2. I don't care.
No,
for
you're talking about the Marvels, right?
No, Captain Marvel 2.
Well, there's not a Captain Marvel 2.
So they got scrapped.
Oh,
so there's some ones here that got scrapped.
Oh, okay. Captain Marvel 2 was the scrapped one. Okay, so
I believe so.
I never heard of it. There was Captain Marvel OG,
or they're pushing it back.
And then she came out again with the Marvels with the two others like Kamala.
Yeah. No, they're saying Captain Marvel 2, but maybe that is no, because Miss Marvel came out during Phase 4.
Yeah.
So, anyways, Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah,
I enjoyed it a lot.
Mahershala,
a lot more. That was a lot more tugging on the heartstrings, going through Rocket's.
That was a great movie.
Yeah,
that was a 9 out of 10 for me. Rocket was the main character.
Yeah. It was so good,
and he's a good leader now, right? Because of the backstory, and I didn't know that his backstory was dark too.
Yeah.
Blade was supposed to come out with Mahershala Ali.
They postponed it though because it's still coming.
There's something. So there's right now they're in some kind of weird argument. Because
of what happened with Wesley Snipes?
And that line.
There's only one blade.
And there's always going to be one blade. Right? So I think there's some drama right there. Look it up. Like, you guys look it up too. Quantum Mania came out that year. Again, we just talked about it.
Yeah.
Fantastic Four was supposed to come out.
No way. They scrapped that. Who was going to be the Fantastic?
John Krasinski.
That's right. And he would have been good, dude. He actually would have been good.
Him and Emily Blunt.
When we got that peak in the Multiverse of Madness, like he was good.
And Emily Blunt together.
Yeah.
And then I loved Chris Evans.
That was great, dude.
We'll talk about that.
Oh.
Let's just like fly through this. So WandaVision was great. We just talked about the Captain and the Winter Soldier was
I'm still having trouble seeing Sam as Captain America without having the super soldier serum.
Take off the wings, dog.
Yeah.
Take off the wings. Then we're gonna.
But you need the super soldier serum. Like that's the whole point.
That's the whole point.
You know.
Why don't you just take it? Anyways, I do like the next one that's coming out. It's that black dude that was like the old. Remember that there was a.
What is it called?
He's like the older black dude during Captain America.
Oh, you're talking about the new Captain America that's coming out?
Yeah. So that.
What's ringing, bro?
Oh, sounds like someone's playing his iPhone outside. Do you even have an instrument?
It's my kid, dude.
Well, anyways, so from there, Captain and Winter Soldier, like I mentioned, whatever. Loki was after that.
Hold on, hang tight. I gotta pause this real quick. Okay.
So with the new Captain America that's gonna come out, remember that dude Isaiah something? He's the guy that Cap like goes to visit. He was the first like black super soldier, and he was supposed to be an experiment.
Yeah,
remember that guy?
Yep. He's
the bad guy in the next one. Or he basically gets brainwashed like Bucky.
Oh,
in the next one, which is crazy to see
by Hydra.
And then
I thought it was Hydra that got Bucky brainwashed.
No, this guy, who knows who did that?
Oh, okay.
That's what we're trying to figure out.
Okay.
And then he was throwing the shield around too. Anyways,
well, no, but okay, we're not there yet though. Are we there yet? Do you want to talk about the new Captain America thing?
We're not there yet.
Okay.
Loki, we said was good. That opened up the whole TVA discussion,
and Loki too as well, because they had a second season of Loki.
Right. And then the ending was awesome. Yeah. Obviously, he becomes time itself or whatever. And What If? Loved What If.
Loved What If. Season 1. I haven't had a chance to see season 2.
Dude, but they're all so good. And I wish they were like all canon. I mean, some are, obviously.
Yeah.
I wish they were all canon, but they can bring people back. They can do whatever.
That's the beauty of
like
it.
you know what I'm saying.
But how are they not? I mean, I feel like What If set it up in people's minds for what's coming.
So What If would you have that as a movie?
Oh God, yes.
Ah, dang. All right.
Oh God, yes. I
loved that
What
every
If.
episode was so different.
I agree, but I'm just saying that there's definitely there's
you can't fit that many characters in one. Like they had how many episodes? Like imagine like what 9, 10 episodes.
Was, like the one
20 characters.
The zombie one was hilarious. Like it was so fun how they imagined the zombie ones.
Yeah.
But when the Scarlet Witch was zombie, I was like, oh shit, they're still surviving.
No,
but yeah, What If was
good.
What's after What If?
Miss Marvel.
Yeah.
Hawkeye.
I loved Renner.
I still watched it though. That's the thing.
Because I loved Renner, but I felt like the one that played the girl. It wasn't like she.
Right.
She feels like she's still too young,
and
maybe,
again,
or just not like edgy.
She was
enough.
too like she was trying to be like the female Spider-Man. Like I don't know what's going on, but I'll do it.
Yeah.
Like that kind of stuff. And then I told you I like Florence Pugh, and she made a cameo in it. She was like
she was dope. I do like her a lot. I do, even, especially in Black Widow. She was,
and
great.
She's going to be part of the like General Ross's that new team that he's assembling.
Yeah,
the whatever I forgot what it was called. But that's so okay. So that same year, She-Hulk. Let's just skip over that. That was terrible. Yeah, Daredevil walking barefoot home. Like that's Daredevil. He doesn't walk in the daytime. He stays in at night. Moon Knight was terrible.
Speaking of Daredevil, though, I can't wait for them to do a reboot. Not a reboot, but a continuation series for him, because they're gonna do it, obviously. Like from the Netflix series, which I watched all of it and I loved it. And we skipped over the Netflix series of Marvel.
Yeah,
like that's Iron Fist, right?
That one.
Daredevil, Punisher. Punisher
was Punisher was top 3.
Oh my god! I want to see him in the MCU so bad,
dude.
I want to see.
I even loved him in Daredevil.
Yes, I know it, dude. I know it. That's why
I love it. I love it. I'll do it again. Like the dude was crazy. I mean,
John was it John Barenthal? Was that? He's made for that role.
Top 3.
Made
top
for that
3.
role. And I didn't. We almost missed that, dude. We almost skipped over that. That is like
they're trying to put him into this friendly world, and that's just impossible.
No, the beauty of what Deadpool did is he brought rated R into the Marvel universe so that Punisher can exist.
Boom.
So he's gonna be here just as rough and tumble as ever. And
I did like Luke Cage.
I didn't like it as much, and I didn't like Jessica whatever
Jones. Yeah, I didn't like Jessica Jones, but I did like for some reason Iron Fist. I thought the girl was like corny, and I liked him. I thought it was. He could only use one fist, so he's supposed to be using 2. Anyways, it's all good, and
it was so fun.
They should have done more with that, at least. Like, but anyways,
but Daredevil was next level, and I'm glad he's in the MCU now.
Yeah,
I'm glad that we already saw him as Spider-Man.
Yep,
and we're seeing him doing cameos and all over the place. And I think they're creating. Aren't they already filming a new series with him?
Yeah,
or is it a movie?
Movie, I believe.
Yeah,
it's gonna be rated R with Punisher, Wilson Fisk, all those. Yeah, I can't crazy. Wait. Secret Invasion. That's the Skrulls.
I enjoyed the mystery of that, I guess.
Yeah,
because it was a mystery story that it was kind of like it was okay to enjoy. And again, it just we were that was at a time when we were lacking Marvel.
It's filler.
We were lacking Marvel stuff, so we're
like, what is Secret Invasion?
Yeah,
is it like Thanos again? Like, no, it was just Skrulls. Anyways, I thought that was whatever. Ironheart never came out. Armor Wars never came out. I Am Groot never came out. And the Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special, was that a thing?
I watch that every year now.
Okay, never mind.
If you haven't seen it, fucking watch it.
Okay,
watch it on Netflix, dude. I love watching it, especially during the Christmas season. Like I watch it at least 5 times during the Christmas season.
Okay, all right, then that's on my list now. I just didn't.
It's awesome. Let's move on. I think you're gonna like it too. I think you are,
dude. Let's move on to Phase 5. Whoa, this is not what I was trying to do. Okay. So Phase 5 is looking better. Phase 5 is looking better. But it really depends on how they're going to treat these characters.
Yeah.
Because I don't trust what's happening with Disney.
Okay. Well, what's Phase 5?
Phase 5, we're looking at Fantastic Four again.
Okay, so wait. So Phase 5 is stuff that's not
come out yet.
Right? Yeah. I feel like we skipped over something in Phase 4.
Oh, yeah.
There's a series or something that we skipped.
Yeah. Deadpool versus Wolverine.
No, okay, there is that too. There's a series. Oh my god, it's on the tip of my tongue. It was after Nick Fury's series. There's not. You don't see that there was anything after.
I might be looking at like the Comic-Con, like here's what's happening, and then it just. Let's see.
I'm gonna take a look at something here. There's something, and I bet you there's listeners right now who are just like, "You freaking idiot! Is this?"
I mean, really, it was. Yeah, there probably was one.
But the thing is, it's a good one. Like I remember it being good. Like yes, though, because we mentioned Wilson Fisk. So there's the one where the girl who is deaf that is raised by Echo. That's the one. We skipped it. What do you mean it sucked?
I'm happy I skipped it.
I am so happy I watched that because it's bringing Fisk back into the picture.
I get that part.
And Fisk is a badass, mean bad guy. Like, and so with Daredevil coming back again, and Fisk, it was cool.
Is she good or is she bad? Was she flip flopping? Like, what's the deal?
It's not. It wasn't even her that I was as interested in. It was him.
That's the problem.
It was Fisk.
That's the problem.
But Fisk is a main character. You can't get away from that. Like
for sure.
And his acting as Fisk is amazing.
Yeah.
Freaking amazing. So
it's Vincent D'Onofrio.
Yeah. I'm happy that I got to watch that. I am. I'm happy I got to watch that, and
he's a good actor. He can get away with it. He was like the bad guy, that insect in Men in Black. He was in Full Metal Jacket. He's the one that like shot up the drill sergeant. He's a famous guy.
He's dope. He's
cool. All right, so Phase 5.
Stop.
Deadpool Wolverine. Deadpool Wolverine.
Yes.
All right,
yes.
that was okay. All right, what did you give it? 1 out of 10.
I gave it. I wanted it to be a 10 out of 10, but I give it an 8 out of 10.
Yeah,
I give it 8 out of 10.
Yeah.
Like we were talking about it like last night. Like the only problem is just that I just felt like there was too much crass humor. Like there's the balance where it's like it's comedic.
It's two Ryan Reynolds,
and then two Ryan Reynolds was just like one after another after another. It's just like, all right, dude, we get it. You're funny. We get it. You're clever. You don't have to keep delivering every single joke like that. You know.
Well, I mean, he does. Because it'd be weird if not, but like let the other people shine this time too.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing. But
that was not my biggest
cameos. The cameos were freaking awesome, and I loved seeing them. And
Johnny Storm, Chris Evans. The way they set that up was awesome. Like
he
pulled up like
Cap is back.
He pulled up like Obi-Wan Kenobi, just like you know.
But you thought he was Cap. You thought he was
because his red. He had a red and
he had you can see like
and a blue boots, like, and then it's blue. Yeah. And then he's like, okay, I can't like say it. Like,
and then he did a super jump, like fucking when he jumped off the thing and he landed. Yeah. He did a super
so it looked like he was Captain America.
Oh, dude, I thought for sure. Me and my son were like, it's Cap.
He takes off the hood. Yeah. He's like, oh my goodness.
And then my son had no clue because
I had a little clue because I keep watching these YouTube videos of like what's gonna happen and stuff like that.
No, but I just mean that Fantastic Four like is beyond like he wasn't born yet.
He didn't even know that.
He wasn't born yet. So he was like, "What's going on?"
Yeah,
and I'm just like, "Oh."
Jessica Alba was Sue Storm. Remember
that?
So like, was like what? That was a long time ago. Yeah. And so, but when he said "Flame On," I was like, "Yeah, let's go." And then he's just like a totally different vibe. And
I think the other problem I had with it is just that the villain. First of all,
Nova.
The way that they portrayed her, she was so damn powerful that it's like, what stopped her from just killing everyone right then and there? Like it
was like the whole Charles would have loved you. That whole Wolverine line. I mean, I could understand from that perspective because like what she's supposed to be Charles Xavier's twin that survived the umbilical cord. That's what she said, right?
Yeah. Essentially, like he was, either that or he was like he was something like he was sucking the nutrients. I don't know.
Yeah,
but
so she had to kill him or whatever. Yeah. But I mean, or whatever. He died. He wasn't there. But what I had a problem with was that, and there wasn't like a Thanos level of like a Infinity War level of like, all right, let's go. Like you know what I mean? Like Civil War had that.
Yeah.
Endgame had that. You know what I mean? Like that. You know, this as much as I love you.
But I think that's because like this is Ryan's entry into the MCU world, the cinematic universe, right? Away from Fox. So maybe it just wasn't they just wanted to get their feet in the water and see how we as
consumers
are going to enjoy it or not, and then from there, and because of the rave reviews they're probably getting, because 8 out of 10 is still amazing. They're probably going to start doing some bigger stuff.
It was just the cameos for me that really made the movie. It was of course the freaking mask.
Yeah.
That was sick.
Electra being in there.
You said that line was hilarious. Where he's like, I'm sorry about that whole Daredevil thing.
Yeah.
Talking about Ben Affleck.
Oh, that was dope. She's like, it's all right.
It's fine. It's in the past.
It's not big deal. Yeah. That was awesome. Ben Affleck was a Daredevil.
Jennifer Gardner was Electra. And they were married. And then they got recently divorced.
The whole thing that was beautifully done.
Yeah,
but Gambit came out, and Gambit was
again. We talked about it. The only problem we had with Gambit was he looked like Batman from George Clooney, where he couldn't move his neck.
It looks like uncomfortable.
Like just chill out on the neck.
Like, it's a little.
Make it a turtleneck a little bit. Don't make it like a full cowl. Like you know what I mean? Like
it looks a little too tight.
But
his face.
His action was sick.
Yeah,
I mean with the 2 sticks and
that's the cards.
Classic Gambit. Classic. Yeah. And the accent was weird, but.
I dug it. I thought it was great.
A lot of people from New Orleans said it was pretty accurate, but hey,
I thought it was great, and I thought, obviously seeing Wesley Snipes was badass,
dude. Man, I wish he looks different though.
He looks skinnier.
Yeah, I mean, that's.
And he's older, but he's still in shape, dude. He's still in good shape.
I didn't know that vampires age.
Yeah.
But
he had a white goatee as well.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. I didn't know the age, and then Electra coming in, and then of course. So that
and also the little girl from Logan.
Yeah, X-23.
That was dope too.
Yeah, X-23. She was. It's cool that she was like the moral, or they switched positions or whatever, but that was obvious. This drinking by himself. She didn't come up and say something. And then
I really liked Logan as a serious movie. Like it was a great
Logan
movie.
was a great movie. That even the villain, the guy from Narcos, great villain.
But dude, hats off to Hugh Jackman, dude. He's been playing for 24 effing years,
and he's gonna do it for another 24.
He's the longest running Marvel character, dude. He really is. Yeah. He's the longest running character,
dude. I would have loved Daniel Radcliffe. People are sort of weird about that.
For what?
For Wolverine, if they were because
they're saying that his true height is shorter.
Yeah, and he has the you can.
I've seen him. Yeah,
and then also the guy from Rocket Man.
The guy from Rocket Man.
The John Elton,
the one that played him
biopic. Yeah, that guy. Okay. That guy would have been a good Wolverine. Yeah, because he has the voice.
Yeah,
but
I think overall, I mean,
what about Calverine?
Who?
Henry Cavill.
Oh, that was so fun to watch, dude.
They're like, well, we're gonna do you better in this side.
Yeah, exactly. We're gonna treat you better than those other guys, dude.
I mean, that was just random. That was super just.
Dude,
hey, are they gonna do something with that?
Seriously though, F those guys for getting rid of Cavill with Superman, dude. No, dude.
Yeah, they got another dude that was Jonathan Cornsfett that looks just like him.
F those guys.
But here's the thing. They really messed up. I mean, the Snyder cut of Justice League was beautiful.
It was dope.
It's just they messed up the whole image of everything else. But
it was dope. Who cares? Who cares? They should have continued from Snyder. That would have been a way better way to go. But
it is just, bro. I mean, let's see what. Because did you see the leaks
of what
of the movie, the Superman movie?
No,
Green Lantern's in it.
Oh shit!
The core's in it. So like now they're like bringing
which Green Lantern?
Not Guy Gardner. So there's Guy Gardner who was the original one that turns bad into what's his name? That turns bad
to the brain guy.
Spectre. That turns into Spectre. And there's the John Stewart, the black dude, and then the other guy,
the white one.
No, I know that part, but
Hal Johnson or something.
No, I'm sorry. Hal Johnson's the one that turns into Spectre.
Okay.
This is Guy Gardner.
Okay.
And Guy Gardner leak Superman. Like, look, I wish we had young Jamie with us, like
to look up stuff
like Joe Rogan. But here he is, and sort of corny looking. Not gonna lie. To everybody here, if you want to sort of see that, that is Green Lantern. So they're bringing the corn. Anyways, whatever, Let's get back to the MCU. Let's see what they do with that, because they put on his undies too, which is weird.
On the outside.
Yeah. But
went back to the OG style.
That's what I'm saying. So so let's move on to Phase 5 and what to expect as Marvel fans.
Yeah.
All right. So we already went over.
Well, Captain America is going to be the first one up, isn't it? They're already showing previews in movie theaters of that, and one of the cool things that I am really looking forward to is Red Hulk. You see it at the very end of the preview that Red Hulk picked, like he's standing next to the Cap shield on the ground.
Yeah, Red Hulk. I'm excited for Harrison Ford.
Yeah,
come on, man.
Harrison Ford is dope.
Come on, man. I mean, he would have been a better like pick from the get go than John. Wasn't the guy that died? He would have been.
He died.
Yeah, that's what they put in. So he's General Ross. Or President Ross.
So we saw him. The last place we saw him was in Endgame. Then, right?
I think so. I think so. So Thunderbolt Ross, was a general at the time. Now he becomes president in the new one that's coming up. So he's President Ross, and then they do another joke of like, "Yeah, you look different" or whatever, right?
They have to address it, right?
Yeah, but seeing Harrison Ford as Red Hulk he should have been cast. Anyways, let's see what happens with that. So 2024 is Captain America Forever.
Yeah.
So that's
2024.
Or
you mean 2025?
I mean, it's supposed to be 24. I think these are all like Comic-Con like wish lists.
Yeah.
But Captain America was on the thing. Deadpool 3, obviously, we just talked about. The Mutants are supposed to come out.
Who's that roster supposed to be of the Mutants?
So here's the problem. I don't know what's going on now. They're really just like picking at things.
They're starting to get
and trying to see like
the less popular comic characters are now having to get brought in.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
but you're hitting the Fantastic Four, and it looks like Fantastic Four is going to be set in the 60s, right? It's going to be set back in old age, but
in a different timeline, maybe.
In a different timeline, and as a result, we got to see the new Doctor Doom. Robert Downey Jr.
Dr. Doom
coming back. Some people, I see there are a lot of people that are not happy with this.
I wanted Giancarlo Esposito to be Dr. Doom.
You got a hard on for that guy. You keep trying to plug him into every character.
Fringe? Are you serious?
You keep trying to.
He's like,
has like 3 characters now, 3 Marvel characters where you're like, that guy would have been great.
I'm just saying. I mean, come on. In Star Wars, he was great. Come on. I mean, Mandalorian. Anyways, whatever. I thought he's a good villain.
RDJ coming back.
Yeah.
I'll tell you
that makes total sense, though.
At minimum, too, like that means high revenue for the next Fantastic Four movie, which now 3 times has done flops, right? Like they had Fantastic Four.
They needed him back.
They had the Silver Surfer. Then they had the remake, and so now this is the 4th time that they're bringing out the Fantastic Four this decade.
So
the last couple decades, because I think it started in the early 2000s.
So Deadpool said he was Marvel Jesus. It's actually Robert Downey Jr.
Oh, absolutely.
That's Marvel Jesus. He's the one that started it. He's the one that he needs to be around. Yeah. They got the Mutants, which I think is a precursor to X-Men, right?
Okay.
Because they already. I want to see who Cyclops is. I love Cyclops.
Yeah, me too.
And I loved X-Men 97 because he's actually a leader. He's not like chasing after Jean and jealous of Wolverine. Dude, I hated that.
Whoever came up and greenlit X-Men 97, thank you.
Thank you for that.
That was for us who grew up in that era.
Bro, I remember one time, man, I was like after school and I was like, I was throwing cards around, right? Like Gambit.
Like Gambit, right? That
and
was my favorite
guy. My supervisor, the lady, right here, she started bleeding. I was like, bro, I'm telling you, I got it.
You got the touch.
Yeah, I was like, she was like, oh my God.
That's awesome. No, but that's seriously, that was so good to be able to watch that
series.
Yeah. But damn, did they make a Rogue more voluptuous or what? Like,
I didn't check.
Bro,
I didn't see that.
I'm like, whoa.
I mean, she's from the South.
She looked like
she's from Louisiana.
She looked like she'd be doing mad squats, dude.
She's from Louisiana. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, she's supposed to be from the South. I mean, that's just what it is.
The storyline was great, though, in there. To be honest, the storyline was great, and
everything was like, it gave you the nostalgia, but there was remember even that first episode with the Gambit on Wolverine and then powered up as adamantium. Like, that is sick.
That was sick. It was sick. Yeah.
So we have Midnight Suns. I have no idea what that is. And
was it supposed to be like the kind of like I feel like it might even be like the what is it called on the DC side where they had the Suicide Squad. It's almost like it might be something like that for Marvel.
I thought that was the no. There's that's the one where Captain Ross is going to be the leader of that team, and they're the anti-heroes. Remember the other the fake Captain America that still had.
Yeah. So it'd be the fake Captain America, the Russian Captain America, and then
it's called the
Black Widow's sister.
What is it? Thunderbolt Ross group. They're called the Thunderbolts. There we go. So yeah. So they're the Thunderbolts, right? It's the disgraced Captain America, right? It's gonna be who's in the Thunderbolt. It's gonna be Baron Zemo.
Ghost Rider?
Ghost Rider might be in it.
I'm looking at right here, fictional characters, Marvel Midnight Suns. They have Blade listed.
But that's in the comics. So
Blade, Ghost Rider.
Florence Pugh, her character is in it.
I meant,
of course, Thunderbolt Ross, Harrison Ford's in it. We got Steven Yeun. What the heck? Bucky.
Wanda Maximoff. So is she going to be one?
No, she's dead. Remember?
We don't know. We didn't see her die.
I think Bucky's going to be one.
Morbius?
Bucky?
I know Bucky. Yeah. I'm just saying Morbius. I said Morbius is going to be one too. I don't know. This list is good. This list. No, I don't know about the movie. I'm just saying this is showing me like 30 of the Midnight Suns, Marvel Midnight Suns. Maybe this is from a video game.
Who will be in the new? Yeah, I mean David Harbour. He's the Red Guardian, the fat Russian Captain America.
Yeah.
So those guys. It's just like the people that were Taskmasters also in it too. She was the girl.
Yeah.
Which that wasn't supposed to be the case. That was terrible. That was a terrible reveal. I thought so.
All right. Well, what else is that? So is that kind of
the rest? I don't. The rest I have zero idea.
It get weird.
Yeah, because then you get Shang-Chi 2, which I don't know what that's gonna be about. Scarlet Witch, the movie, 2025.
Okay. So
sounds sick.
She is not dead.
She's back. Doctor Strange, Nightmare War. I don't want to watch no more Doctor Strange. Young Avengers, the Thunderbolts. That's gonna be where, that's and then the Eternals Beyond. They better scrap that. 2026 Illuminati War. That's what they're thinking about. Galactus, Doctor Doom, Silver Surfer.
Is that the Avengers movie?
I believe so.
But they're changing the name now. It's now Doomsday or something like that.
Maybe
it's Avengers Doomsday and then Avengers Secret Wars.
There you go. But that's 2026, so they can switch out. And then they have Thor 5, Star-Lord, Captain Marvel 3, and then World War Hulk, which hopefully that's the Hulk that I want to see.
Captain Marvel 3.
Yeah,
Yet there wasn't a Captain Marvel 2.
So the MCU is in sort of in a weird place right now.
Yeah.
We just need Robert Downey Jr. back, and hopefully Captain America Forever.
Yeah,
is a good intro. If that movie or series tanks, everybody's in trouble. We're just gonna have to do RDJ and then Deadpool and then Wolverine, and
convince Chris Evans to come back.
Then come back as Avenger. And then that's just what they're gonna have to do.
Yeah.
So, all in all, the state of Marvel in conclusion is we don't know, right?
It's up in the air, dude. It's up in the air.
It's fans. Like you guys should give us like some kind of fan service, please. Make it right.
Yeah,
make it right.
Are we have we already passed our heyday, or is there still?
Yeah, is this still like? Is the prime gone, or is there more to come?
Yeah,
right. So
God, I hope there's more to come.
I mean, there's always gonna be more to come, but I think it's hopefully if it's terrible, it just sort of phases out like Fox did.
Yeah,
and then they just rethink it, and then we're probably gonna have to go back to the DCU now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because
those guys got to fix. Because I
love Peacemaker.
Yeah,
Peacemaker's a great show.
A hilarious show.
That
John Cena, dude.
Come on, man.
John Cena.
Everybody was great in that show. You know what I'm saying? So like, but yeah, as nerds, we can only hope. Really.
Yeah.
But
yeah. Well. This is a fun conversation. We're going on an hour now.
Yep.
Talking about Marvel. And we could probably keep going. Obviously, you've seen my room here. I got my Thor hammer. I got my Iron Man mask. I got stuff all over the place. This is definitely the place to be.
We can definitely revisit this once they get their stuff together.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? But it was a good recap for sure.
Awesome. All right, guys. Well, thanks for joining us today. If you guys have comments you guys want to leave us, please feel free to do so. Otherwise, we'll see you guys on the next show. Take care.